Hello, and welcome to Stretching the Word. I'm your host, Sister Valerie, and not today, devil, just not this year. This has been Veterans Weekend, and I know, but can we ever get tired of saying thank you for your services? And I too would like to thank you for your service. And it just so happens that this week we're going to be talking about enemies. Now, most of the time you hear the word enemy, right away, quick definition comes to mind. And that is one who dislikes me, somebody that don't like me. That's the first thought, somebody who don't like me. But there is a little more depth to that. It also means something or anything that wants to harm or weakens something else. But now here is the one we want to really focus on. It says a person or thing who is actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. I want you to remember that one. A person or thing who is actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. So, in the church world, we might say it's our adversary, or you might hear, oh, he's a hater of God, something to that nature. But whether in the church or out of the church, an enemy is someone that wants to bring you down. They don't want to see you accomplish anything. They don't want any good to come to you. And they're going to try to do everything that they can to be a hindrance, to irritate you, to aggravate you, to just make it hard for you in any way they can. That's what an enemy is. They are there to make sure that your life is vexed and that nothing good will come your way if they have anything to do about it. Also, there are two types of enemies. Now, I said two types because one is seen and one is unseen. Because you have the physical one that's seen, and then you have others that are not seen. Now, the Bible tells us that to whomsoever you yield your members to, that's who you become the servant of. So somewhere down the line, the person that is your enemy, which is seen because he or she is a physical being, so you can see them. So somewhere down the line, they have made a conscientious decision to yield their mind, yield their body to evilness, to think an evil thought, to try to bring forth an evil force against you. But even though they are a physical person, they are yet driven by an evil, ungodly spirit. So we have to remember that even though we see the person, that person is not our enemy, but it's the spirit that's driving them to do what they do. It's that ungodly, it's that evil spirit. Pardon me, 1 second. Sorry about that interruption. I had to turn that off. Thought I had done it. But Anyway, getting back, see, at that moment, that a spirit wanted to interrupt the flow of the message. But we're talking about our enemies, some seen and some unseen, something that wants to come against me, something that wanted to vex me. Right then it was some person on the phone or whatever it was that wanted to come against the message to keep the message from getting out. But we know what? Not today, devil. So our enemy can be seen or our enemy can be unseen. You say, well, how can your enemy be unseen? Because there are spirits of depression, oppression, repression. They are not seen, but yet they are enemies to us. Why? Because they want to destroy us from within. We have sickness. It wants to destroy us from within. You have poverty. It wants to destroy us from without. You have low self-esteem. All of these are enemies of ours. And they want to kill us. They want to destroy us. And they want to steal from us. So remember that just because you don't see it, that does not make it your enemy. So we're going to be on guard for anything that comes against us to want to bring us down, that wants to hinder us in any shape, form, or fashion. And I know some people, they're so good at it. They're now called our frenemies. They can play it to the T. You couldn't tell nobody that they were not your close friend if you didn't know their spirit. If you didn't know the motive behind the things they say and do for you and to you, you would believe that they was your friend too. But that's why we need the Holy Spirit, so that we'll be able to discern between good and evil, so that we will know our real enemies. And remember, just because it's clothed in flesh does not mean it's not guided by a spirit. So let's watch out for all of our enemies.